Yo,
Hello,
yo.
welcome to today's edition of Single Dad Sundays. We are going to get right started. Um, so hold on. Let me let me do something. Sorry about that. Let me get this together real quick. Cause
Boy,
I
sound like you
just want
blowing
to.
um, hawking loogies in the background and shit.
Sorry about that. Um. So yeah. First, we're gonna do things a little differently. We're gonna get started with our charts first things and foremost, because we have a guest in the building. So, first, I'm going. This is GPB USD from last week. Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry about that. All right, yeah. So I am starting to kind of um find my trading style a little bit. So this is GPB USD on the daily, but I like to zoom out to the weekly or even to the monthly. Now, what I see here is a lot of resistance. And so to be totally and transparent, I think we're going to get a drop. It's just the way this structure is, it looks like it's going to drop. So although I'm in a buy at the moment, I'm going to see how this week plays out. And if it continues to have trouble breaking past this next level, then I'll probably close this trade and start looking for sales back down to somewhere. Maybe even, I don't know if
Yo,
it'll get that low, but probably maybe like right here.
can you hear me?
Because that's the next level of
Word.
resistance or support. Also, I just read something the other day about Brexit and how it is affecting. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You gotta just bear with me. Why can't
Hello?
I hear Bud? I really. I see, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you at all. That's funny. I don't see your screen blinking either. Like you're saying something. Like usually when you talk, you see how mine's vibrating?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I see. Hello, hello.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, hello,
Oh,
hello.
now I heard you.
Oh, okay, okay. Can you still
Okay.
hear me now?
Yeah. Let me see
All
something.
right, cool.
Buzz, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear
Oh,
me?
geez, not working. All right. Buzz, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Something happened, but it's fine. So we'll go back and since you're on your phone, you can't really share your screen. You know, if you wanted to
Yeah,
show your chart, show GJ chart or something.
yeah. Okay. Let me see if I
But
can.
that's fine.
I'm gonna forward that link to my email and see if I can get it another way. But keep going.
Okay. So I'll go back. So yeah, back to what I was saying about GPB USD. I read something that said there was like some issue with the Brexit imports and exports or something like that. So I don't know how much validity that have. I don't really trade fundamentals, but I do see that, you know, it's at a high that it hasn't been at in really almost 4 years. So if we don't get
Now,
some sort of pull,
now, does that mean that the I don't mean to cut you off, but because I'm studying the GJ also, and it's at a a high point also. So they're saying that the exports, Great Britain's exports are not matching. Is that just for
it
specifically
was
for that pair?
no, it's not even the pair, it's the pound. So it's more like the
Right.
actual currency, right? So
Uh-huh.
something, Brexit is they left the European Union or something, right? But it's interesting because they never used the euro. So Great Britain kept their currency, even though
Yep.
everybody went to the euro, the pound
Uh-huh.
stayed independent,
In Great
right?
Britain.
So
Right.
now that, like I was telling you, when they first decided to join the European Union, or then something happened to the money, I guess, or something happened to the value of the currency, and then now they're leaving again, right? So they're going back to being a independent country, and I think that's why we've seen this run up. But it's not the transition is not going as smooth as they had hoped it to. I forgot
Hmm.
where I read that article. I would probably find it. Let me see real quick.
That makes sense. So that's why. So they're saying that because the pound yen is shooting up to a historic level also. So they're saying like they were ahead. They estimated that they thought the pound was gonna like take off due to the
I
exports.
think
Like they thought it was gonna be more
I
in demand because the independence.
I think that that's the case, that the pound is stronger by itself. You know what I'm saying? Like rather than being drugged down by the euro. Because if you look, I think if you look at let's look at Euro USD. I don't really watch this pair, but well, the euro's gotten a little bit stronger too over the last. Now this was last year, so whenever the pandemic hit, the euro started getting stronger versus the US dollar. So I think amongst those two, they're both getting stronger, not being connected to each other the way it
To each other.
looks. Because if you look at the euro, it's been on an uptrend for a while. I don't like this pair because it doesn't move that fast. You see how many pips that is in like 6 months, almost
I
a
can't
year.
I can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen.
Mm-mm.
What? Can you see it now?
It's loading up. Yeah,
You can.
yeah, I can see it now.
So looking at that, it's been on an uptrend since last year, but it doesn't move that fast. That's what I was showing you. You see, like in like 6 months or almost a year, that's not that much movement. It moves kind of slow, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know because see, oh, okay. So here we go. So that's a Euro GBP. So that's the two currencies versus each other. So really, you can't really tell
Shit, I mean, if you look at it,
which one is which. You know, like which
yeah,
one is stronger or which one is weaker. They seem to
there
go.
isn't because it had a correction from that uptrend back. When was that? Back in
That's
2018.
March of 2020. Yeah, that's last year.
Oh,
That's the pandemic. Like a lot of times when you see these, like when you see these big moves, those
mhm,
are global events. You know,
right.
so that right there is right when the pandemic happened, and then that shot up. Like even if you look at this guy, now this is a pair that I really like, but I just can't get it right. You know, I mean, it's like it moves slow, but when it starts to move, it really, really moves, right? So this is silver, and this is the pandemic. So like right when the pandemic started happening, when the market fell off, boom, and then it touched this, and then it shot right back up, and then it's been consolidating for like the last few months, you know. And I think this is going to be interesting to watch because of the money that they're pumping into the economy. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
so I don't know if we'll ever get back down to these levels. You know, I would like to. That would be great because those would be good buying opportunities. Because I think in the long run, silver is a good investment. You know, like physical silver, actual bars or rounds or something like that. And I mean, if you were patient and you just was accumulating silver pieces, you know, down in here or down around the 12, because it was like this for a long time. I'm gonna go back. See, for a long time, it was just ranging around $13, $15. But if you would have bought back then, you would have already made like 70, 80% on your initial investment. And I think over time, with all of the different technologies and everything that uses silver, silver is going to increase in value.
Is it a byproduct like that, really?
Huh?
Is it a pretty big byproduct of things
Yeah,
like
yeah. Silver is
electric?
used in
Okay,
a lot of. It's a conductor. It's used in a lot of stuff.
okay.
It's used in a lot. It's used in a lot of like electronics. You know, microchips. It's used in a lot of manufacturing environments. But I don't know how much. I don't know how much. The supply is. I don't know how much silver we got. But I think that's how you kind of can tell by the charts that as the supply depletes, right? Because it's a finite mineral,
Hmm.
the price eventually is going to have to keep going up, no matter what. Now I don't know how long that's going to take because, like I said, this is a monthly chart, and this right here, when it ran all the way up to 40, I mean, this chart looks weird, but I think it hit like $50. But when this happened, this was like 2008. So this was that whole Great Recession, blah 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 situation, the bailout situation. And so I'm looking at this chart, and we might get, because this is traffic, we might get some hesitation right here, but I fully expect in the next,
Where did
you
you
know,
draw that lower from? Is that the? Oh, how do you? Okay,
what?
I was just trying to see how you drew the wicks. I mean, how you drew your support and resistance lines.
Me, like I said, I like to go to the a larger chart and
Hmm.
and draw my support and resistance from there. Overall,
But see,
because those are long-term targets. And like like we talked about, I prefer to trade, like through 2 or 3 days, I guess. I don't know if that's really considered swing trading because it's not, weeks or something like that. Like some people consider swing trading like weeks, maybe even months, but I don't really know. I just know that I draw my levels on a larger time frames, and then that way, when I go down, I can kind of have a picture or an idea of the direction of whatever I'm looking at. So like right here, this was a lot of consolidation for a while, but those, like I said, these is months. So this is really like almost every 12 candles is a year. So even if you look at this chart, it doesn't move that much. Every month there's not a lot of movement, but then every once in a while, like damn near every 10 years or something, you get big moves. Like this was a pretty big move because I don't know if you're sure, but the way silver pays is every 10 pips is $5, right? So, for example, from here, which is like 25.4, right? So from 25.4 to 25.5, that's $5. So every 10 pips is $5 on silver, unlike gold where it's 1-to-1, right? Like if gold goes from 1801 to 1802, you make $1. You know what I mean? But if silver moves $1, you make $50, just because silver moves so much slower than gold. And while we on this, I'm gonna just look at this chart because I trade this sometimes, but like last week I took a loss because I think I bought like right here. I bought somewhere around here thinking it was gonna go ahead and start pushing back up because of the stimulus checks and whatnot, because if I look at this, because to me, overall, you're still in the uptrend, right? Like it's still going up. It broke this structure right here, and then it kept going up, and now it found some support. This is a monthly support at like 22.7. So unless it breaks below this, I'm still looking for buys, right? Now, where I messed up was that this is, even if you go to the weekly, this is still a monthly. This is still the high. Somewhere around here is still the high. I like to put my supports at the wicks because I consider these zones, but that they're not always accurate. But so to me, until we either break below here or above here, I really shouldn't trade it because it's consolidating. Now, if anything, I would try to find an entry somewhere around here, and then I will hold it or look for some kind of bullish pattern to continue back up here. And that's a lot of pips. That range right there is a lot of pips. But for now, it's just trading in a zone, and that's why I haven't been able to really get a good read on it because I buy when I think it's going to break out, and then it pulls back. So I'm gonna kind of leave it alone because that was the only loss I took last week was on silver. I'm gonna look at this guy again because I really like this guy. So this is the USD Mexican peso. Again, this right here was right when the pandemic hit. So when the pandemic hit, for some reason, this shot up. I mean, for like a cool month or two, this was just running, and I didn't catch it. You know, it was ranging, and then all of a sudden, boom. And then once they did the stimulus and things started to settle down, it just kind of sold off a little bit. And the way I look at it, it kind of follows the US 30, believe it or not. I don't know why, but it kind of follows the stock market as far as this was the same time that the market dropped. And now that the market has been going back up, this has been going back down. And then the market dropped a little bit, you know, like the last month we had a couple of little shit scares and the market pulled back. But now I feel like with this other little stimulus, looking at this, I think if you go, you could even see it like about right here where that old resistance was. You can see that it reversed, you know, and it reversed back down to the previous bottom. So see, if I looking for me, knowing this pair and watching this pair, I would want to look for buys if I could way back down here. Now, if it doesn't get to that point, because if you see it kind of broke out of this zone, it kind of broke out of this little zone right here, wherever this was happening, retested right there, and then it continue moving up. Now, it could come back and retest here again and keep going, or it could come back, retest here, and fall down, you know? So I just kind of wait and I only watch these 2 or 3 pairs, and I'm just going to look for entries on either GPB USD or the peso. Not really silver as much, but I'm keeping my eye on those 3. Anything else that I show on here is just, you know, for tribal knowledge. You want to look at something, Buzz? All right, I don't know if he's still there, but we'll take a look at this guy. This is Litecoin. Hello?
Yo.
Yo, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, I lost connection real quick. But I was
The
gonna say, like,
physical. Go ahead, yeah.
with the wicks, you know, those are like with the monthly, you know, on the weekly, those are candles that close above that. So you don't want to like throw off the accuracy of it, you know, if you're trying to trade off that low or the high. You see what
Can
I'm
you?
saying?
I don't know. Can you explain? You saying what? What are you saying? You saying the wicks should be
Like,
included in your?
yeah, in your support zone. That's how I look at it. That's why, like earlier the past week, I was able to catch that sell off of that zone because I didn't get it perfectly, but my resistance was at the wick. Because if you look on the 4-hour chart on the wick, that's a candle that closed on the hour chart, and so forth and
Where are
so
you
on.
talking about? Right here? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I was talking about on the other chart that you had. I think that was
Which
on
one? Which
the
one? Because I want to.
silver,
Okay, let's see.
I think maybe.
And you're
Was that
saying on a
silver?
4-hour? Okay, this is silver.
Or maybe it was a peso. I can't remember, but you were just saying how you do your. I just like just as
Oh, maybe like right. I don't know,
so I
but I
think
want
you
to know what
see.
you're talking about. So you're saying,
Okay, you see those wicks
okay, hold on.
on
Like
the
right here?
higher hour chart. Yeah, that means that a candle was kind of above that zone too, on the lower hour, on the lower time frames. If it's a wick on the higher time frame.
Okay, so this is the daily, and this is what you're looking at. So you're saying this wick right here, where this 3 is, was higher than that.
Not
Which,
necessarily.
yeah.
It's candles. You know, it stayed there. It wasn't. You know, it was there for a sustained amount of time. Not necessarily. It was just a quick run to that time. You get what I'm saying? Like it's an actual candle that
Oh, I'm
closed
kind
with
of okay.
prices.
Now going down to the 1 hour, you're saying that it hit this zone. I feel what you're saying. This wick that was made on the daily took a couple of tries.
Right.
That's what you're
Right.
saying.
Right.
So
You
this
wanna.
all right here, this is that wick, essentially. So on a lower time frame, it
On the
really
higher one. Well, yeah.
it really stayed there a lot. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see
So
what you're saying.
just like when you enter the trade, just keep that in mind too. Like it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
So.
and that's the thing. You can make money counter trend trading,
Mhm.
and basically, if you're gonna trade, if you're gonna trade on a 30-minute time frame, which I think a lot of people that are successful that we see,
Yeah,
they
they're
only
great
stay in
setups.
trade. They only stay in trades for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like not necessarily scalpers, but I only see one guy holding trades for days. Everybody
Right.
else, they
Yeah.
in and out,
Mhm. Mhm.
But so like you said, that's a lot of pips from
Yeah.
here to there, and but that's still 2 or 3 days. But either way, this drop right here is a day or two, and then it retraced and then it just kept going.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's interesting. So back to that was a good look. So see the way this is looking though on a 4 hour, like I was saying, depending on if this is gonna keep going up, this looks like it's reversed, right? Like it was here for a while and then it reversed and went that way. Now if this holds, I'm expecting it to continue up. Now
So
and if it
I would say it's gonna like you probably gonna say
say what?
zone that support that you have drawn that line teal line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might play around a little bit there. It's a price reversal zone, so either you can catch that a buy off of that once it hits that line once that hits that support zone again. You
Right.
know.
That's what I would want to do, because this looks
Yeah,
like a
it's
retest.
a yeah, it's like a price reversal zone. You can look at it because
Hmm.
you don't know if it's going to go up or down, but
Right.
in that area it should be
It's
some
gonna
type of
do
play.
something.
And, but what I noticed is too, cause like we think this stuff is going to happen immediately, but they space it out.
Right.
That's why
Yeah.
they space it out with the candlestick. So yeah,
No, you're very right. That's why I was saying, I think this week we should just set a target. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
it's really
30
not
pips
about
is a
the
legit
money
goal, bro.
as much as it's about the pip,
Yeah,
and
I say
executing.
30.
Because okay, then so let's just set our minds, to try to get 30 pips between now and the end of the week,
Well, I'm
and I think
saying like daily. I
yeah.
think
Oh
daily,
well,
cause
see, I'm thinking
daily.
weekly.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
that's
that's
because I
good.
mean we got a whole week. So if you wanna set yours, wherever you want to set yours,
Cause
and
I'm
how
just
about
thinking
us?
about yeah. Cause I
No,
was
go
thinking about
ahead.
this week. I'm like, we caught a few trades this week about 27 to 30 pips that we talked about. So I'm like, that was in a day. If I'm not mistaken, how we had it calculated, that was
Yeah,
that was like a move. What? Yeah, and then on Friday afternoon, I caught one for like 25 pips. So I think it's doable
to do
for
how
me.
many?
I think you
So a
can
week
too.
that would be if you
30 a
say
day,
30 pips a day, that's 150 pips a week, or unless you're not
a
trading
week.
on Friday.
I did this past Friday,
Right. So
but
we can include Friday. So
about between
150 pips.
120, yeah, like 120 and 150 pips. Put it in that range.
So
I'll say that range just in case
let's just
Friday
say
didn't kind of
100.
set up.
Let's just say 100, just to be safe
Yeah.
and just to be,
Okay.
you know what I mean, be solid, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at a standard, that's $1. That's $100. But you know,
At a standard,
yeah, 100 pips is $100.
that's it.
I think so. I mean,
I thought that was like
if
a
10
thousand.
pips, 10 pips is $1 with a 0.0 cent lot. 0.01, 10 pips is $1,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because
0.01,
okay,
yes.
0.01, right? A penny from, let's just say, because this is where we were looking at last week. So last week
I'll look
you
at my
caught
account
this right
history.
here, you know. Last week you caught this sale right here.
Right.
I don't think.
Right.
I
Right.
think my screen. Is this the current price?
I can see it. Yeah, it opened up just a few minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it gapped down.
Yep.
So
Well, my
are you
price
in
is
any
no,
trades?
no, not right now. No.
But you caught this right here, right? You caught this
Yeah.
reversal right here, around
Yeah.
this. Okay,
hmm
and then you rolled it down until when?
Well, I held it too long, but I was in all that leg right there, that whole leg. So
This one right
say
here,
if
right?
yeah, I held it so long because it was a small amount. I was just trying to see
Uh-huh.
what it would do. But
Right.
say if I held it all the way down, I would have got out right where that first leg completed at, all the way down.
Right
You
here.
said that was about around there, not perfectly, but somewhere around there.
Oh no, you know what? No. This is
I got it confused.
yeah, we got it confused. This
Probably I got you
is
confused. My bad.
hold on. No, I got that confused. Because last week,
No. I think it was earlier in the week.
yeah, it was this was
What's
here.
this is an
This was
hour
here.
chart? No,
Yeah,
I
this was
think
the
it
hour.
was go back further. I think it was back
Right.
further. Let me see. I have it in my account
It
history. Let me
was
see.
here.
What
It was around
on
here.
the let me see.
11th, I think.
11th,
I think it was around
the
the
11th,
11th.
because I
Or
closed
maybe
out. I
even
should
it was
not.
around the
Yeah.
10th.
So look at 151,396.
Exactly.
That I think yeah.
151,396. Let me see.
At that price 151.
151.
So I think it's back on the
Oh yeah, that's what happened. So right here, back on the
on the
10th.
11th.
Yeah, the
10th.
11th.
I
So
want to say it was the
you
11th because it
sold
had like a
around
double
right
top.
here.
hmm
You sold around right there.
Yeah. 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 I think that's
151. Yeah. See, that's what happened. So yeah. So
396.
around here is when you sold, right? You
Yeah.
saw that was a double top. You sold around right here, and then you
Right.
caught these pips, right? And then so right
Mm-hmm.
here. So how many pips was that for you?
I want to, man, see, I held it too long. That's the thing. But I remember it being like 27 pips when we
Uh-huh.
were looking at it, and I was like, I should close this out, but I want to
Right.
see what it's going to do. I think we had it
Right.
about 27 pips, but it reversed on me, so I really can't give you an accurate
So I think
number. But I think it was about
27. Yeah,
27
no,
pips
you're
we
right.
had.
No, you're right. You're right, Jared. It was about from 1.5. It was about from 151 to almost. It was from 1501, 150.1 to about 150.8. Right. So that's almost 30 pips. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that should have
Yeah.
been at
Yeah.
point zero
Yeah.
one. That should have been $3. Right.
Right. Easy. Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yep.
0.02s, that would have been $6.
6.
You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? 0.03s, 9, so on and so forth. And those are really small sizes, right?
Right.
But you want to be accurate and just take that $10. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying. So 30 pips
Definitely.
is $9 at a 0.03. So like you said,
Yeah.
if you're trying to get 100, at 0.03, 30, that's 90, that's almost, you know,
That's
$30, right? So that's not unreasonable. Like you said, I don't think 100 pips is reasonable. I was just showing you on the screen that 100 pips is from. Let's see. You can, depending on what, so 100 pips would be from 151 to all the way to 152 2. You see what I'm saying? That's 100 pips right there. Let me see if I can.
Yeah. So I was saying, like in a week, I think we can do that.
Right.
It depends on your trading style, but I still think it's just doable. You know, catch you some those moves were solid moves.
Yeah, but I'm just
Friday,
saying
I
it
caught
took it.
another couple.
I'm just saying it took it. It took it almost
a week,
right? Even like from here, from here, yeah, it took the whole week. Well, a few days, right? From here to about here was about. Let me see. No, well, that wasn't. I'm trying to see 150 to 151.
Really,
That's
like
on
a day
the
or a day
8.
and a half. That's really like a
Right.
day and a half.
Yeah, really like 2 days, really. 2, yeah. I see what you're saying. So it just depends on what pair you're gonna trade, you know what I'm saying? Because you can easily get that on fucking US 30. So just depending on what pair you're gonna trade is if you can get 100 pips a week, right? If you only trade in one pair. Now, if you trade in more than one pair, that's a totally different story. Hold on, I want to see how many pips. See, this is the pair that I really like because it moves, but not almost as fast. But see, it moved.
Which one is this one?
This is GU.
GU. I don't know if I have
GU.
I don't even know if I have this in my Oanda. Yeah, I don't know if I see it in Oanda. I don't know if you can trade it.
So this moves 100 pips.
USD.
Do you know how to add the stuff to your thing? Yeah. It's just it don't even give you the option to add it.
But yeah, I don't even know if they have it. If it's a symbol that they allow you to trade. Oh, I never mind. I'm sorry. It's right up there at the front. That's why. I'm tripping.
What? What is GU?
It's right up there at the front. It's the most traded pair. GU.
138. 138.8 to 139.8. See, now for me, that would be 100 pips. And that was kind of like the zone I was showing you, last week. And see what happened. I don't know if you remember, I sent you a screenshot, but my target was around 139.8 up here.
Yeah,
so let's back out a little bit. Remember saying that? Because I should have got in down here and I ended up getting in like right here. And it hit my target and I, just not being basically just whatever. I held it. I added another buy. So I closed out. Like I said, I scalped it up, right? I took a few pips because I did the math, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing,
Where'd you enter that again?
I got in last week. I got in like around right here at 130. A buy. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me make sure. Because last week, let me see. 1 second. Oh, actually, I'm still in that
you
train.
really got to know when to get out these things.
You do. That's the thing. So 139.
For real.
That's the thing. You got to be in and out. So last week I was getting in. My lowest entry looked like 139.1. So my lowest entry when I first started getting in was 139.1 last week. So yeah, I got in like right here, right? And then I scalped all the way up to 139.8, which was my target. And then I added another position at the end of the week. And then Friday, it started reversing, right? And so now it's done continued its reversal. And I'm still trapped in this trade. Like you can see, I'm still trapped in this trade, right? So it's not much. They're small. They're small. They're 0.02s, but that adds up. You see what I'm saying? Because it fell
Oh
over
yeah.
100 pips on Friday. Like I think Friday it fell from all the way up here, 139.8, all the way down here. You know, this was Friday. And I watched so 100 pips was $20, right? I watched my trade go red at $20. I was $20. I was 100 pips drawdown at 0.02. That was only $20, right? So I'm just saying, imagine if that was $200,000 or whatever. You see what I mean? Like, I don't
Right.
want to go in drawdowns that big. So I got to work on, like you were saying, my entries and my exits, getting in and getting out, or at least getting in so low to where if you got in down here, you know, you could have took profits all the way up here, left a runner, and if you wanted to, it still didn't break structure to go below, so you could still
What
hold.
day
But
was that?
that's
It came out that consolidation. I can't tell what day was that.
right here. This was like Monday or Tuesday, because this is when
No,
I
go all the
entered
way back that first initial push coming out
right here.
consolidation. Go back to all the way back, all the way to that consolidation
Hold on.
zone.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was the end. This was
See, it looks like it was in a downtrend. It looks like it reversed at the top of that M and it entered a downtrend. So I guess from there, like if it's in a downtrend, you should always look at sales coming off the. I mean buys. Hold on, let me get my. All right, if it looks like it was in a downtrend, right?
wait, but see, hold on,
So
because see, this is just because I want to know I want to see what you see and what I see, right? So I'm looking at I
uh-huh.
always look at the largest time frame first, right? So
Hmm.
this to me is not in a downtrend. You understand what I'm saying? But this is over a long term, right? Like this has been going up since the end of last year. Now, and even if on the weekly, you know, it's still considered an uptrend. However, like I was saying, this is a reversal point, right? So you might have a point in that now maybe the downtrend started right here. Where would you say it's in a downtrend at? From here? Buzz.
So I will go back to
Oh,
where that M was. What time frame was that M at? Yeah, there I
okay, so
say
this
it's
is
in
a
the
4 hour
downtrend at the
down
top of
frame.
that M. That's a reversal.
Where?
Yeah, that's a reversal to
Here?
me coming off the 4 hour time frame right here. That's an M. Yeah, that's an M. It
Where?
looks like it reversed off of a high right there where your cursor
Uh,
is.
um, okay, so this is an M to you, and it reversed off a high.
Yeah, that's
So
an
now it's
M,
in a
and then
downtrend.
it reversed off a high.
Okay.
Now it's in a downtrend. Yeah. So now when it hits that
Okay.
other that it looks like it's hitting that. Since you know it's in a downtrend, it's hitting that low. You can take buys off the low and then sells off the high if it's in the downtrend.
So if it's in a
If that makes
downtrend,
sense. But see,
if it's in a downtrend, you're saying I should be looking for sales. This should have, well, obviously I can see it. This should have been a sell, right? Instead of a buy here,
at the
I could
high,
have entered a
yeah,
sell because this was resistance, and
right,
it rejected this level. So I
right. And
could
you
have
see
entered a
how
sell.
it hit that moving average too. Those act as resistance also and support. The moving averages do. I
Right.
know they
But
lag a little bit, but you can still kind of tell when the chart's trying to. Because when I look at, sometimes I sit there and I look at the minute chart, the 5 minute chart to see how they move, and they try to hit the weekly averages. I mean how mine is set up. I sent you a screenshot, but the candlesticks tend to hit those averages
You know what
also. So
I haven't really figured out. You know, they changed though. You know what I'm saying? Like the moving averages changed based on whatever time frame you use. That's why I think it's kind of important, you know,
yeah,
to only
yeah,
use a couple of time frames, because if you use the moving averages, like if you just look, they change. Because I was figuring that out
right,
yesterday. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like, so for me, what I was going, well, last week I was going back looking through stuff, and you know, I've always heard you buy above the 200, sell below the 200, right? Because that's like the longest period of time. So I was back, just not even back testing, but just looking back at it
it
yesterday.
almost depends
So
on what time frame, what trend it's in too, though. You know, if you're following that rule, if you're selling when it's above this average and buying when it's above this average, it almost you have to know what time frame you're in. I mean, I'm
that's what
sorry,
I'm
what
saying.
trend the market is in.
You
Price
have to
action.
almost,
You have to
you
know
have
the
to
price
almost
action.
but you have to almost stick to that time frame. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to use that theory of
Yeah.
buying above and selling below the 200, you have to pick a
Oh
time
yeah.
frame that the 200, that you have to pick a time frame, because that level, that moving average changes based on the time frame. You see what I'm saying? So you have a point that if you're
Right.
going to do that, you have to say on the 4 hour time frame, I'm looking for only on the 4 hour. Because if you look at this, right, this is the 4 hour. And if you look at this 4 hour chart, every time pretty much it hit it, it made a move up. This is the 200. This orange is the 200. Every time, every time it hit it, it made a move up. You see what I'm saying? So if that's the case, like this is just what I figured out for this chart in particular and for this time frame. But if you go to the daily, even though it moves off of it, it's a long way to go before it gets to this one. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you got to pick one time frame, and that's the one you look at, and that's the one you use. Because even though, you know, even though it still buys above it, yeah. See, I would still be looking to buy this just because that kind of confirms, you know, what I was saying. Except on the monthly, and on the monthly, you don't have enough months to to even
See, in
a moving average. I'm
in
listening.
this
Go ahead.
one, I don't know. I don't know if I would look for a buy because if you take a trend line from that high, that previous high, all the
On
way
what
back.
chart?
No, not that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
here.
this one. Right. Go to the left a little bit more. Yeah. Go to the left.
Uh huh.
Okay. See, that's a support zone or a resistance zone right there. If you look
Right
at it, and
here.
you can
Yeah. No,
no
you're
over
right.
to the right, over to the
It
right, where
is.
that I don't know where the three is. The three, where the three is.
Yeah. This three right here.
Yeah. That could be a
Yeah.
resistance zone.
That's resistance. So you're saying it should reverse here too, on a like a.
Possibly,
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
it's gonna have
That
to be a
looks like.
strong move. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. And if you look at this, you know, this is the uptrend, but it's kind of corrective.
hmm
But see, what I'm going to do, just
Yeah.
because I'm in this trade right now, right? Like you see, I'm in buys, right? I'm in two buys. So what I'm going to
hmm
do is I'm going to wait, and if it gets, you know, if it starts breaking down this way or breaks basically, if
To
it
break structure,
breaks, yeah, if
breaks
it
that
breaks
structure.
below, let me try to find a level because I do need to think about that because this is on a weekly. So let me see something. See, if it breaks below this, then we got a lot of room to drop further, like you said, you know. But I you know, and that's probably a losing mentality of mine. I'm holding on, feeling like
Let it
this
go. Don't
uptrend
get
is
attached emotionally.
right. I'm feeling like this trend is gonna continue up only because again, I got
It
these are
could,
about
but
to
it's gonna
cross.
take. It's
It might take a while, right?
yeah.
It might take a while.
That's on
You know what I'm
a.
saying? But
Oh,
if
that's
it
on a
doesn't,
weekly. Oh yeah.
this is the weekly.
What's
Yeah,
it?
this is the
See?
weekly. See,
Yeah.
this is
So
the
what's it doing on
weekly,
the
right?
daily and then the 4 hour
So on the
on
daily,
the daily? Okay.
You see, it's still above this
It's
200 period moving average. It's still riding along these. I think these are the 50. Let me see. That's the 50. That's the 200, and then the other one is the 20. So either way, on a 4-hour, right, I'm looking at it's still in an uptrend. Now, again, like you said, if you zoom out on a weekly, this is a big reversal point. So on the larger time frames, if you're a swing trader, quote unquote, you might start looking for sales. I am day trading, so to speak. So unless I get something that breaks this structure and we start heading back down this way, I'm still looking for buys. Now, I was wrong right here because I thought it was gonna find some support and keep going back to 142. So I guess if I was to really do this live, let me see. If it breaks below kind of like if it breaks below that point right there, you know what I mean? If this doesn't hold, then I think we could see some more downward momentum. And then especially with what I was saying, that might be what happened because it really was on an uptrend from here. From last year in February, this is when the uptrend started, right? And so it pulled back here, and then it hasn't really had a good healthy pullback since July. So and now we're looking at the weekly, and it's rejected this level 4 weeks in a row, right? So, like you said, it could totally go all the way back down to somewhere down here. So I'm just saying that mentally, if it doesn't hold this level right here, I'm gonna get out of the trade. But it's a small lot, small position size, so I'm okay holding it to see what happens if we can get back up to 142.5, which is 300 pips. But once again, well,
My bad. I'm still here.
okay, no. Do you see what I was saying?
Yeah. It's
You see what I'm
just
saying? So,
it's just something to we just look, how just to give you a different like perspective how I
yeah,
see it. Like,
no,
it still
I
could be
see.
because it reversed. Yeah, it looked like it reversed, but until it moves past that level, you really
Right.
can't say it's going to
That
be
is in a
uptrend just yet. It did. It looks like it reversed, but that's how I thought that GJ had a reversal at the highs,
right,
and it
right,
messed around and retrace. So you just got to keep an
and,
eye on it. Just keep an eye on
right,
it.
and
Know what you're
you
looking
never
for
know. And
when you want to get out of it.
this is where you was looking at. So you look on the, if you look out, if you zoom out, GJ has been on on a tear. You know what I mean? And that's what I was
Yeah.
telling you the
Oh
other
yeah.
day
Sure.
was that if GJ breaks out of here, you know what I mean? Like it sounds far fetched, but in 2015, GJ was, and see, I didn't know this. I wasn't really paying attention, but GJ was at doggone like
Yeah. Historic,
like
like 170 or what?
194. Huh?
Oh wow.
That's
Oh yeah.
crazy, right?
It's. But that's what I'm saying. See, it's
And
hitting.
that's
See, I look
long
at that
term
as a
though.
resistance zone. So it
194?
still could bounce back.
Where are you looking at?
194. Hold up. What the heck?
No.
Oh, I'm looking at
That's on
not
a
194.
monthly.
I'm just looking at the recent price on the.
Okay. So what
So
chart are
this
you
is the
looking at?
monthly chart right here.
This is the monthly. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking
Well,
long
I'm looking
term,
at your
right?
chart right. Yeah, I'm looking at your
Yeah.
chart right
So
now.
I'm showing you the
Yeah, I'm looking
monthly
at your
chart
chart
on
right now.
GJ.
I still see resistance. Yeah,
From
I
where?
still see that's the resistance right there. That red
This
candle
right
right
here?
there. That red candle
Okay, hold on. Let me
that you
put it
just had
on.
your cursor over. You
Yep.
just had your cursor over.
So right
Yep,
here?
right there.
Okay.
Right there.
I see that. I
So
see
we're
that
gonna
over
know
here.
eventually if it's gonna. Yep. You see it, and then there's a support zone down there too. So, but it's hitting that resistance. So maybe this week it could be another. You know, it could take all that money back. You know, but we'll
Now,
see.
so you're saying that, okay, so let's just see it live, right? So this is the monthly, this is a reversal, but you see, and then where's the support? Where would you draw your support on this chart?
The support.
Where my cursor is? Or right here?
Oh, the support. I would draw the support where that June 2020, probably
Right here?
but probably where that red candle is, June 2020.
Right here?
Yeah. No, over to the right a little bit more. Yeah, right
here?
there in that area. Yeah.
Okay. Now see, this is on the monthly.
You could also use the other candle. Yeah, you could use the. I got back to my chart now.
What other candle? This one right here?
On the monthly. Mine is all messed up. Yeah, the one on that little small. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's
check.
October,
what's the price?
The October candle.
What's the price?
October candle. It was at one. It closed at 135.461. It's that compressed red candle. It's a compressed red candle to the right. The last red candle before it went up. Yeah.
Right here.
Put it. Yeah, at the bottom of the wick.
That one. Or that one. That one.
That one. Yeah, probably that one.
Okay, so that's on the monthly, right? So on the weekly, if you zoom out, yeah, I mean, we are getting to, so that's the level we drew on the monthly. So we're getting to that level.
So it could keep going up to that point, yeah.
To that 155, right. Before it starts coming back down.
155,
you know. 155, yeah.
Like this is where, and to go back just to talk about how strong that quarters is. I want to say one of these wicks I caught was off of a quarter number on the GJ on the 4 hour for the sell.
So you was right here, and this is you sold off of this wick.
Yeah, it's at 151. Look at the 151 250 level around there.
What? That's 151. No, 152.5.
151.2.
What? 151?
151.25.
151.25. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. See? That's a strong level of resistance.
Right. And that's why over here that resistance turned into support.
Right.
Yeah,
clearly.
So you caught some of this move, but you were counter trend trading, and because it's bullish, right? So you was trying to catch a sale.
The high, because I thought it was a weekly high, and I didn't think it was going to go back and go past that level. Because I mean, it looked like it faked me out. I held it too long. Like I went into profit, but I was I held it a little bit too long. But I thought it was a reversal. Reversal.
And that's the thing. And, you can't really predict the future. So doing fresh analysis today, how do you feel about it? What are you still looking for sales? Or you look, I want to know honestly.
I'm looking at that level, but I know I feel like it's gonna push up to that resistance level.
That's the one we did on the larger time frame?
On the monthly, yeah.
Okay, so you looking at it could push up to.
That's the only other support it has or resistance is
on a monthly. So let's see. So on a weekly,
There is
Wow,
one on the
that's
weekly,
interesting.
but
Huh? What'd you
if you
say?
look on the weekly chart, it's a green.
This
You
is the
talking to me?
weekly. Yeah, I'm talking to you. This is the
Look at
weekly.
154. Look at the 154027 level.
154027.
Yeah, 154027. Hendrix, chill, man.
So 154. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that wick over there
Right
on the
over here.
weekly.
This is the
Yeah, I
weekly.
don't want to
Right
go
over
way
here.
back. December. Wow. Yeah, December of like 16. Yeah, in that area. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's December of 16. You said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had mine on the monthly. I'm sorry. I was looking at the monthly. But if you look at the weekly, stay on the weekly. If you look at the weekly, look at the 153948 level. So that's almost to the 154 even.
153.
Major.
Oh, 153. Okay, I see what you're talking about. That's December 2017, huh?
Is it? Yeah. On the weekly,
Yeah.
December
Okay. Oh, yeah.
2017.
So it's okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, and that's
It's
not a. I
February.
mean,
February. It's like February 2018.
that's not a bad. That's not a bad target. Just because, like me looking at it, I don't trade this pair. I just looked at it like it's been on a pretty good tear.
Right.
You would think a pullback should be healthy. Like you would think you would need some pullback to continue moving to the
Some
upside.
momentum. Yeah.
That's what I would think, right? You would think, and if you go back, like we go back to the monthly, this was a pretty good level. And even if you go back to 2012, it consolidated in this zone for a long time. You see that?
Yeah.
Where my cursor is? And then this was Brexit. When Brexit happened, the bottom fell out. And now I think that Brexit is over.
It's recovering.
It's recovering, right? And we might get back to, I ain't gonna say we're gonna get, I don't know, we're gonna watch them forever, right? We might, I mean, long term, I'm just saying, Buzz, 2-3 years, right? Let's just say it does get back to this level. You know what I mean? Let's just say. I know that sounds like a long time, and that's a long time to hold a trade, but that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, if you can hold for, if you can hold for 3 or 4 months, you can catch some pips. You know what I'm saying? But most people don't have the patience and whatever, however it goes. A lot of people don't have the patience to swing a position for 3 or 4 months. But if we, like I say, this was some traffic on the monthly. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start rejecting this area, because even right here, you can see, and that's not too long ago. So even in 2017, we rejected at this level and then kind of fell back down. But looking at this right here, just this section, this looks like it's finding the bottom, right? Like even though it took 4 years,
That's a support.
that's heavy support. You see what I'm saying? So now it looks like it's reversing, right? It's done bottomed out, and it's consolidating. And to me, it looks like it's going to start breaking back up long term. Now we could fall back down into this zone and keep consolidating no more, right? Some more. We don't really know, but we know that here was a good bottom. Then it came back. This is a whole year. Touched this again, and then it broke out. Now, the way, that looks like a W, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. That looks like a W.
Which one? Yeah, this is a W. Yeah, that's a W. That's a triple bottom.
See, and then that's just really quick. It bounced off of this 61.8 and made a crazy move, like right
Hmm.
there. That's when we
So
could have really, if we looking out, we could have really been looking for buys. So now I feel like, you know, it could. Let me delete this. Oh no. Fucking. All right. So, and then going forward in the week, we don't really know. We just kind of got to, like you said, look at price action and see what's going to happen, because that's a lot of bullish candles. That's like
yeah. Oh yeah.
that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
It's gonna
10,
slow down at
11,
one point.
12. That's what I mean, right? That's like 12 consecutive bullish candles. You know, so
Hmm.
but at the same
What's that's
time,
the
you
that's
don't
the
want to.
week, the daily? Oh, no, that's
This right
the
here is the daily. You don't want to fight the trend either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go against the trend. Like for me, I've learned it's better to go with the trend than against the trend. Like catching tops
oh
and
yeah.
bottoms is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to do it, and some people are good enough to do it. I haven't got good enough to catch the tops and the bottoms of big moves.
It's
So
really
I like to.
yeah. You have to look at like they say price action, and look at the weekly. That's why I was like, I need to get a template that shows you the weekly, the previous day weekly, the weekly high, the daily high or daily low. That's how people can they get good at it, because they know, okay, if it's at this price point, if this is an extreme high, the probability of it hitting this level within this trade time frame is slim. So that's
Mhm.
why, like with mine, I just held it too long. I'm not a good at that, but it's just like looking at those extreme highs or extreme lows on the chart, and you can say, okay, if this
Okay,
is still
so
respecting the
that's
market
the
structure, it's not going
weekly.
to return here.
This is the weekly, and it pretty much broke out of this structure, and we're
Yeah,
saying, or now it
right.
could keep going up to 155, or
Right.
because I don't really see another. I don't really. I mean, I guess it all depends, Like but that's the right level. It reversed there, came down, then hit that again, and then it just kept coming down. So you could see a repeat of that, right? Or we could see it keep going towards this 155 level, because the thing about it is, like you said, 100 pips, right? 100 pips is from now 151.6 to 152.6. So this is the hourly, and it looks like, okay, so this was last week. This where we was at. No, this is where we was at last week. So last week, this is where we was at. This is where we got in the sale. You called this.
Yeah,
You called
that
this
second one.
right here,
No, I think it
right?
was that M. I think it's that M. That M over to the left. That M looking. Yeah,
Right
yeah.
here. What
Cause
day? What day?
yeah, cause I
What day did
waited.
you open the trade?
I want to say the ninth.
You want to say the ninth? What day was that?
I
Was
got
that
look.
Monday?
I'm looking at text messages. Really.
Just look real quick
Tuesday.
and
It was
see. That
Tuesday.
was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. Yeah.
So that was Tuesday, which was the what? The 10th or the 9th?
I want to say it was the ninth. Let me see. Wednesday. Yeah, it was on Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 9th or the
It was
8th?
on Tuesday. That's the 9th.
Tuesday the 9th, and you got in at what? 151.1, I think we said, right?
I got hold on 1 second.
I think it was 151.
Yeah, my girl came. She's here now though, but yeah.
Okay, I'm finna get off anyway too, bro. So that's good.
Yeah,
Y'all
talk
take it
fast.
easy.
Yeah.
What
So
you said? 151.1,
yeah, hold on.
right?
We're gonna look at it.
Then I'll let you go.
It was around that area. Hold on, I stepped away from my computer. One second.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. So I think it was.
I think it was like right there, somewhere around there.
151.6, 151.6. I think that was 151.3.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the very top, and it didn't hit that price.
Yeah, that was at the top. It didn't.
No.
That's what I had. I entered that trade on the.
That's where it opened your trade at.
Hold up. Let me see. I don't know if that's where it closed or what, because it reversed. Let me see. I think.
I thought it was like 151.
Yeah, like 151.135.
151.135. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. All right, so that's about there. So you caught most of this move, and then you held it too long. So you could have closed with about 30 pips. Oh, you said you caught 27. So you caught some of this.
Right. Yeah, I should have closed it.
And you held on to it.
Yeah, for too long because I thought maybe it was a reversal of the trend.
Oh, got you. And then it came back. Okay. So either way it goes, now looking at it. All right, but you still looking for sales?
Like I said, no, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna try to trade within the trend this week.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna let you go.
But if it's at an extreme high, like how I took that trade was because it was at the high for like 30 to 90 minutes. You know, so that means like price is hitting that point. It's throwing wicks at that point. If it's throwing wicks at the high or the low, that's why I'm looking to trade, to sell or buy off of those.
So like right here, it rejected too and fell down. All right, Buzz, we'll talk, man. Have a good evening, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get off of here too,
man.
man.
Tell the boys I said what's up, man.
You
How they like the PlayStation 5?
You know they playing their PlayStation 5.
Yeah, how they like it? How y'all like the PlayStation 5?
They love it. They can't put it down, man. It's legit. Yeah. I'm gonna play a little bit. It's fun, you know.
Okay. All right,
Buzz. We'll talk.
Let you go then,
later.
All right. Sir. Yeah, later.
All right, guys. So yeah, we are going to end this podcast that way. I know this was a little bit different than what we normally do, but I really wanted to go over that with my cousin and sit and look at those. So yeah, we just did a little live analysis for our coming up trading week. I didn't really talk about my normal stuff this week because we was on for a long time. So next week we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. Peace.